You need to stop what you're doing, because if you're thinking about moving down to Albuquerque, there's a few things that you might have a misconception of, and I'm here to tell you in today's video, we're gonna be talking about a few things on what to expect when moving down here to Albuquerque. So grab your pen and your pad, guys, and like usual, let's go. Now, I get a ton of questions asking me why I like filming inside of my house. Well, I strategically purchased this house because of all the windows, and all the windows face south. So during the day, it just allows for so much great lighting when we're doing these videos, guys. And especially like today, right now, it is super windy outside. It's raining. It's like not ideal for us to be outside and shooting this video, guys. So a couple things that I want to put out right away is the climate, right? When you are moving down here, the climate is gonna be overall good, except for today, you know, but for the majority, you are gonna experience all 4 seasons. You are gonna be dealing with some snow, some rain, some wind, you know, all that stuff. Now, we don't have natural disasters like, you know, crazy tornadoes, earthquakes, and all that stuff. They say that we do, but it's closer to like Texas, and of course, out of the area in here in Albuquerque, you're not even gonna feel a thing, right? To be honest with you guys, it's super chill, it's super lax. You can pretty much plan your whole year and pretty much stay consistent with it. You know, of course, life is gonna happen, but for the majority, the weather and the climate is not gonna get in the way, guys. So if you are worried about, hey, is it gonna be super hot because it is a desert? Well, to be honest with you guys, it is a high desert, so it gets a little bit colder than a regular desert like Phoenix and Arizona, and we do have some mountain terrain here. You are gonna get like median temperatures around the 60s to 70s and high 90s in the summertime, and sometimes over 100. There's gonna be a few days of that, but nothing like a week or 2 straight. It's just gonna be here and there, and really that breeze that comes through often is gonna feel super nice. I guarantee it, guys. And I gotta remind you guys that if this is your first time tuning into the Living in Albuquerque channel, welcome. My name is Eli. Do yourself a huge favor and hit that subscribe and notification bell down at the bottom. That way you guys are never missing out on any videos, because I am dropping videos every week talking about what our beautiful city of Albuquerque and state of New Mexico has to offer. Now, aside from doing these videos, guys, as much as I love doing them and hanging out with you guys on a weekly basis, I am also a licensed broker, and I'd love to help you out with your real estate needs. So that number popping up on the screen is my direct line. If you are planning on moving down here within the next 90 days, shoot, even the next year, feel free to call, text, shoot me an email, because I am the one that answers all of them, and I love to hop on a quick Zoom call with you and my team. That way we can make sure to gear you up for that next step when it comes down to the move. But let's move on to the next topic, right? Man, what a great time to bring up this conversation, guys, because one of the biggest events aside from the state fair is in town in the last week of April, and that's gonna be the Gathering of the Nations. Biggest powwow in all of the United States, and they choose to call Albuquerque home. I mean, this event is super cool. It's awesome. It's huge. They got vendors there from all around the United States, and really the city gets busy around this time because, I mean, with so much out-of-state people coming here, our tourism and all that stuff just kind of gets crazy, like Old Town, Coronado, and all that stuff, right? So with that being said, our culture and our heritage is just bar none, guys. I gotta be honest with you guys. I've been to many different states, and nothing compares to what we have down here in New Mexico. Albuquerque, essentially, because we are called the land of mañana for a reason. We like that old school vibe, heritage, patina, rustic feel that old school life brings to us, right? It adds so much value, especially in a busy world with so much noise, that when you do move down here, you are gonna notice that you do become a little bit more chill. The people around you are a little bit nicer, and they tend to say hi to you more often than some of these major cities that I've been to, where they won't even look at you. So not bashing on anybody else. Fact of the matter is that I've had so much people tell me that they were surprised when they came down here to visit on how friendly people were. So I just got to put that out there, that that's part of who we are. That's our culture. That's our heritage. And you'll see it in everything from the buildings to the cuisine to just the way that we dress, right? There's a ton of people here that like to keep that old vintage family orientation lifestyle alive and well. Now, when it comes in to the terms of affordability, we've been having this question more and more often. To be honest with you guys, aside from like diversity and culture and all that stuff, the affordability aspect of Albuquerque is, I mean, some of the most affordable that you'll see in the country for a metro area. Let me put that out there. I'm not talking about Timbuktu and BFE that are barely even on the map. I'm talking about a city where the population is close to about 1 million people, right? We continue to grow. And I mean, year after year, we're just growing and expanding. And to see that we're still super affordable in the sense to where, I mean, I'll just write it down for you guys, right? The average home price in Albuquerque is around $350,000, right? $350,000, guys. To where other states, you're looking about an average of 900K or $500,000, right? That's what you're looking at into comparison to what we average out in home prices here. Now, some people want to say that, you know, all that isn't true and we're super expensive and all that stuff. But to be honest with you guys, even our bills aren't that expensive. And with so much solar companies out here, I mean, you can find your electricity bill to be even cheaper. And if you got the cash to be able to pay those things off, like a client that I have that I'm gonna interject some B-roll here for their house. What is going on, guys? I'm down here at the property on Laramie, taking some quick drone shots. I wish I could show you guys all the details, but my friend needs some help selling his house. He's looking to relocate to Texas. So if any of you guys that are looking to relocate down here to Albuquerque are looking for a house that's fully furnished, you got paid off solar panels, updated water heater, and HVAC, this is gonna be the house for you guys. It's located on a cul-de-sac near a school in the northwest side. I mean, you got beautiful views on both the west and east side of the mountains and the petroglyph. So if you guys want any more info, again, that number popping up on the screen, guys, is my direct line. Feel free to reach out and I'll give you all the details. Their house has paid off solar, all these different updated amenities that makes the house basically super green in a sense, with renewable energy that their energy company actually pays them every month to keep the lights on. Where else are you gonna see that to where you're, you know, living a comfortable life, making an average of $60,000 to $70,000 a year with one income, right? And if you can prioritize on living off that one income, you can live a pretty good life. To be honest with you guys, because I know a ton of people that do it. I did it for the longest time, and my wife only recently went back to work because she felt like she wanted to contribute to the household, because she loves being a stay-at-home mom. But to be honest with you guys, she also likes to, you know, do something for herself that she feels good that she's contributing to the household for, which I know a lot of you moms out there are feeling. So if you are the mom that wants to contribute, but just wants to do it at your own leisure, you want to start your own little business, or you want to just go back to work and work from home and not really have to do that whole corporate kind of pony and dog show thing, you might want to consider moving down to Albuquerque. I don't know. Now, on the same topic of affordability, guys, your lifestyle isn't going to change a whole lot either. To be honest with you guys, down here, it's not the whole keeping up with the Joneses thing. To be honest with you, we are pretty humble as a society and as a city, to be honest with you guys. And there's a lot of people who enjoy doing stuff themselves down here. You know, it's very hands-on. We're a heavy blue-collar community that, number one, we like to take care of each other. And number two, if you are planning on doing stuff, majority of the stuff is free. You're going out to hike, you're going out to bike, you're just spending so much more time outside because of our good weather and everything that it has to offer from diversity of landscapes. I mean, just here in Albuquerque alone, you have the desert, you have, you know, a river with some bosque and some trees, and then you have the mountains, which, I mean, I don't know, if I was somebody that enjoyed nature, enjoyed outdoors, and I just wanted to be a little bit diverse because, hey, I enjoy all of this stuff. I even enjoy skiing and snowboarding, and I know that, you know, Santa Fe is only 45 minutes away and probably an hour just to get up to the mountain to go ski and snow in the wintertime. Gosh, what a perfect recipe to be able to do all these things at an affordable style of living to where it's not really gonna change or alter my life, because in some states, on the weekends, the people heading up to the mountains, leaving the metro areas, are making those areas not only number one, more expensive, but way more congested to where you're waiting in traffic to get to your vacation destination for the weekend or your weekend getaway or whatever it is, guys, because being overpopulated and having so much more people living in your area is gonna just drive up costs and drive up price because they see the demand. Down here, we're still a bit of a hidden gem that a lot of people don't notice, that a lot of these things that you can do are free. You just gotta go out there and find them, right? And if you are looking for trail maps and all that stuff when you move down here, or you're just wanting to get on a quick call to discover like, hey, what house is gonna cater to my needs, to my lifestyle, that number popping up on the screen, guys, is my direct line. Feel free to hit me up. That way we can discuss all of this over a quick Zoom call. And I'd love to make sure that, number one, you're getting all the data and all the information right before you make that decision to move down to Albuquerque. Man, what a quick snack, guys. During this videos, I get super hungry, and that brings up another great topic, right? The cuisine and the food down here is just, I mean, bar none, guys. To be honest with you, you're gonna have so much flavor, aside from the green chili that I always boast about. And my buddies up there in Colorado are always giving me crap because they always try to claim that they have the best green chili, but to be honest with you guys are mildly interesting. Sorry if you're watching this and you're from Colorado, but once you move down here to Albuquerque, you'll notice how much flavor, how much soul, and how much love gets put behind food, because we understand that food brings people together, right? And we love to keep that family aspect and orientation together because, hey, that's all we got at the end of the day, right? Is the people around us. Money aside and, you know, materialistic things aside, the people is what makes us us, right? Who we're hanging around with, who we're commingling with, and who we're spending most of our times with, especially at these restaurants, right? Because you'll have like places like Bob's Burgers, which has a traditional, you know, tortilla burger with some super hot chili. I get it on the side. So if you're planning on going to Bob's Burgers, if you're a sissy like me, you'll get it on the side and dip it in. It's still super good. It's super flavorful. If you want to go all in, just tell them just to leave it inside of the taco burger. But other places like Sadie's, Monroe's, Barrella's Cafe, all these diners, guys, that have been here for years and years, still create a ton of success for themselves and still uphold their names because they're a staple in the community, for one. And when people come down, they almost feel like they're at home, right? We bring that cozy vibe of home and making sure that you're welcomed and feel very well taken care of when you're spending times at these places, right? Feels warm, fuzzy, feels good to eat your enchiladas and your burrito plates smothered in red or green chili, or both, right? Because Christmas is a thing down here. We have Christmas year round, if you guys didn't know. So don't be a hater if you do love food. If you do want to move down to where the flavor just gets that much better, to be honest with you, because I've eaten all across the United States and nothing really compares to the food that we have here, then you're going to enjoy living in New Mexico. Let me eat these waffles real quick. Man, these videos always make me super hungry, and making these protein waffles is just a treat, guys. And when I talk about the traffic patterns that we have here in Albuquerque, it's amazing to me that people think that we have traffic, because if we lived in California, Denver, or any other of these like major metro areas, these metro cities, we could be dealing with way more than what we have here. Sure, we may spend, 45 minutes to an hour in heavy traffic, like in those heavy times at around 5 and like 7 o'clock in the morning, but any other time, we're not dealing with anything crazy like that, because majority of the time people work 9 to 5s here and they're at work or at school. There's been times that I tell people, hey, pay attention to the times that the kids are in school, and you'll actually see less traffic. Even when there's supposed to be traffic, you'll see less people on the roads, because the city really changes around that right there. Because again, the whole family orientation thing is super big down here, and the employers in the cities and all these different entities understand that it's super important. So number one, that you're going to want to kind of keep in mind that yes, we do have traffic here. From time to time, you are going to be experiencing heavy traffic flows, especially in those high peak hours, like at 7 in the morning, at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And forget about traveling across the river in those times, because that's where a majority of the traffic sits, because people are, number one, either trying to get to work or going back home, because there's more residential homes on the west side of the river. And two, keep in mind that big events, you know, like the Balloon Fiesta will also bring more traffic, the powwow will bring more traffic, and then holidays. People actually leave to go out of town, to go camping and all that stuff, because again, the outdoor lifestyle is so big here that, I mean, everybody just is a part of it, and it's crazy how much common denominators you'll have with other people when it comes to lifestyle, and you'll actually probably make more friends that way if you do enjoy doing these kinds of things. And if you're a homebody, don't worry, because there's homebodies here. I'm a homebody. Me and my wife were actually talking about it. We actually spend a majority of our time at home because we're so busy with the kids and, you know, doing our businesses. She does chocolate dipping and makes bread and, you know, works from home. That majority of the time she's always busy doing something. And with these videos and doing all the different real estate things that I'm doing, I'm pretty much at home just trying to get things done and out of the way, and you know, it's okay. So before we got off track, guys, the whole traffic thing is not going to be a pain in the butt, I promise you guys, so don't be afraid of that. And really, just to conclude everything here, guys, because my waffles are getting cold, I want to let you know that whether you're planning on moving down here because you need a lifestyle change, you need to live somewhere where it's a little bit more affordable, or you're looking to purchase a house where you're at and it just doesn't seem to be happening, and you look at Albuquerque and you're like, man, that seems totally doable, then you're going to want to reach out to us. And again, that number popping up on the screen, guys, is my direct line. And as much as I love doing this, I would love to help you out with your real estate needs. So if you are planning on moving down here, feel free to shoot me a call or a text at any time. But aside from that, guys, I'm going to get back to these waffles. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my weekend. And what do you think, Nico? Are we going to have a good weekend? All right, guys, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.